Hello and welcome to Newswatch at 6. I'm Serena Davanzo. When you think about film and television, you think about what you see on the screen. But there's an opportunity coming to Fayetteville that gets young filmmakers behind the camera. Well, Tiger, right now, the Kanawha County Commission said in a statement that they're helping however they can. We start tonight's show with breaking news out of Beckley, where the old governor's mansion is currently on fire as we speak. Earlier today, Jim Justice discussed with me why, for his campaign, he didn't really do any stops. There is an ongoing investigation into the potential attempted assassination of the former President Donald Trump. Here's what we know. In 2016, water damage destroyed the tennis courts here at Greenbrier Hills. But now, they're ready to bring a Grand Slam back to the hills. Well, Tiger, Raleigh County itself has 7 contested races, from sheriff to magistrate and many others. With March Women's History Month, an inspirational local woman is the creativity behind Country Baby Soapery in the Crossroads Mall.
And fortunate are we that it lies within a carriage ride's journey.
More like it only takes 1 tank of gas to get there. Hello and welcome to Newswatch at 6. I'm Serena Davanzo. We start the evening off with breaking news in Virginia, where crews are battling a fire on East River Mountain. According to Bland County Emergency Management, the fire started in the 7100th block of Laurel Fork Road and is moving north. Residents on the East River Mountain Road are being evacuated, and a temporary shelter is set up at Bland County Elementary School. The Virginia Department of Forestry is reporting that the fire spans 80 acres and is at 0% containment. This story is developing. We'll update you when we hear more. As March winds to a close and Women's History Month wraps up, it's time for our final installment of our series highlighting local professionals in our business community that exemplify what Women's History Month is all about. Last but not least, we spoke with Tiffany Kapp, President of Compliance, which is a professional employment organization known as PEO. Compliance handles the back office for small and medium businesses. Back office refers to the administrative and operational sides of a business that aren't directly involved with customer relations. Tiffany started Compliance in 2019. Both the phone and door are ringing off the hook at Compliance, so business is busy and it's also expanding. Along with the staffing organization and testing center, Compliance is getting ready to open a boutique in downtown Beckley. Tiffany thought once she figured it out, why not keep going? West Virginia University set new fundraising records during the university's 8th Day of Giving. And the university's campus in Beckley received several major donations. Supporters of the university donated over $46 million on Wednesday, March 26th, during the annual fundraiser. Donors gave more than 10,300 gifts during the 24-hour online fundraising event held across the university system. That's also a record. The $46.2 million figure surpasses 2024's WVU Day of Giving record of $30.4 million, raised over 8,500 gifts. West Virginia University's president E. Gordon Gee said that he was humbled by the support. More than 1,300 of Wednesday's gifts came from supporters who were first-time donors. WVU Tech and Beckley received several large donations. One of those was a $750,000 donation from Roger Odell. Another was a $279,000 gift from Nima Colin. And now let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Jay Polk. Jay, today was beautiful. How will the rest of the evening be? Thank you, Jay. The West Virginia State Police will be conducting routine distracted driving patrols throughout the month of April. It's a part of National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. The state police is partnering with the Governor's Highway Safety Program and the United States Department of Transportation. According to the state police, there were more than 1,800 distracted driving accidents in West Virginia in 2022. Pennsylvania man has pled guilty to trying to sneak contraband into FIC McDowell with a drone. Gal Maria Rivera, a 33-year-old man from Allentown, Pennsylvania, admitted to helping get contraband into the federal prison back in February of 2024. Correctional officers followed the drone to the cell with a broken window. They found ground marijuana, tobacco, and cell phones inside the cell. Officers then traced the drone to the launch site and arrested 3 people there, including Rivera. The other 2 have pending indictments. There was a community-led effort Thursday morning to clean up after all you little litter bugs out there. Beaver Creek and Raleigh County got some spring cleaning done. This is only just the beginning, and you can get in on the action if you'd like. WAY has the details. 70 million Americans suffer from chronic sleep problems that negatively affect health and longevity. Apnea, one of those disorders, is characterized by repeated breathing lapses during sleep. So Beckley ARH has started to perform Inspire therapy, a minimally invasive procedure to treat obstructive sleep apnea for those patients unable to tolerate CPAP. Newswatch reporter Jillian Risberg has more.
Thanks, Tiger. Christopher Butler, a Princeton High School resource officer, has been charged with 2 counts of sexual abuse and neglect of a child. This has been an ongoing investigation dating back to 2023. These charges come just over a week after the former Princeton wrestling coach had been arrested on similar charges. However, only the coach's case will be handled by the Mercer County prosecuting attorney due to Butler's role in the police department.
To get rid of any appearance of any impropriety, it's just best for, generally best for prosecutors from another county to prosecute cases involving police officers or former police officers that have worked, closely with the prosecutors here in the office, or have personal relationships with prosecutors or staff here in the office. So just to avoid any sort of appearance of impropriety, I felt it was best to get a special prosecutor assigned.
A special prosecutor from Monroe County will be handling the case against Butler. Butler is accused of attempting to engage in sexual activity with a female student who at the time was a senior at Princeton. The indictment also alleges that Butler let a student brandish a pistol in the way that endangers herself and others. The superintendent of Mercer County Schools was unavailable to make a comment on this case, as well as the prosecuting attorney from Monroe County. This is the second person associated with Princeton Senior High School that has been charged with sexual crimes against a student. The first was former wrestling coach Travis Francisco. He currently faces several charges of sexual intercourse, sexual intrusion, or sexual contact against students by a school employee. According to Cochran, as of now, there are no additional charges.
The next step for him, we've had I think he waived this preliminary hearing last week, so the next process would be the grand jury, which I anticipate that would probably be in June.
While Child Protective Mercer County can only speak about sexual abuse in general and not about any specific cases, the program director did tell me that trauma that comes from it is relentless.
We know obviously that abuse and neglect definitely cause trauma in people, in all people, specifically children. I think is a little more concerning because obviously their brains are still developing, and so any kind of trauma in childhood can negatively impact people as they develop.
This is a developing story, and we'll update you as we hear more. In Mercer County for Newswatch, I'm Serena Davanzo. A parent's love for their child is unwavering, even when they can't see them. Well, for 46 years, one father only had this image of his 2-year-old daughter to love, as he had no idea where she was. Well, the two recently reconnected, and they say it's like a missing piece of themselves is back.
When I turned and saw her for the first time, my heart skipped a beat, I'll be honest. And I just almost lost it right then.
Their journey back to each other starts in Cleveland, Ohio in the late 70s. After Marvin Lumpkin and his ex-wife separated, she moved with their daughter Lavanya down south. He tried looking for his daughter to no avail. Then when Lavanya was grown, she started the search for her father.
It took a long time, actually. I went to several sites. There's a lot of people with the same name that lived around the same time that he did, so it was much more just going down the list of everyone with that name and reaching out to everyone and hoping that somebody would hit me back. So that's basically how I did it.
He didn't believe it could be his little girl after all this time.
Well, honestly, I thought it was a scam. And it was several months before I even responded. And I don't even know what made me do it. Some just said, see who this is. So I did. And I asked her, I said, well, is your mother's name Beverly Jean Smith? And then it dawned on me, hell, I done gave the girl the name. So I asked her middle name. And I knew if she could answer that, then she was my daughter, because I gave her a very unusual name. Her middle name is Lakita Lynn, and it's all one name. And the L in Lynn is actually capitalized. So when she responded in kind, then I knew.
Just a few days after they connected on Facebook, he drove down to Alabama to see her in person.
It brought tears to my eyes. It really did. And I held on to her. I grabbed her and hugged her, and oh, Lord, you just don't know. It was still so dynamic. And I'm still, reeling from it. I'm still reeling from it.
It was like a dream. Like a dream had finally come true. It was, man. Oh, I'm going to cry. It was awesome. Just actually putting my actual eyes on them and actually hugging them for real, like close up. It was more than what I expected. Way more than what I expected.
Because they reconnected, he found out he has multiple grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
There are 4 generations in this picture.
The two now FaceTime every day and grow their relationship. Lavanya and her family plan on coming up to West Virginia for Marvin's birthday, aka Christmas, to celebrate and to start a new family tradition. In Glen Daniel for Newswatch, I'm Serena Davanzo.